Alright, today is December 27th, 2024, and we're doing a sewer scope here in Provo. We're at 658 Riderwood Way. We have the camera pushed out 111 feet to the city connection. Now we're going to pull it back and record it and see what we find. The sellers left their 2 dogs here right next to the sewer access point, and so you'll likely hear some barking as I pull this back, and that's why. So the first connection point is called the nose on. This is where it goes from your lateral line into the main city line. It looks like a good connection there. A little bit of build up right off the bat. One of the main things that I'll be watching for is that you have proper grade. And when you have a fair amount of buildup like this one, that can mean that you don't have great grade and that water's just sitting in the line and not flowing as well. So that's something that I'll be watching for as I pull back. Average length of a line that I see is around 100 feet, so a touch on the longer side, but pretty average. Flowing water is okay. I've been running water through a bathroom sink to help push the camera out. What you don't want to see is standing water where it covers my camera head. I'm accessing this line through a clean out behind the washing machine. I found a couple others in the kitchen. One was too small to put my camera through, and one had been covered with spray foam, and so I wasn't able to use that one. Go underwater here. This is a belly. I didn't see any sort of a blockage on the other end of it, like roots that would be causing the standing water or an offset, and so I think this is purely caused by bad grade. The only way to fix bad grade is to dig up the line and re-slope it. You never want to have standing water like this because waste can build up and create a blockage. Grease can settle and create a sticky spot where it makes it easier for waste to build up and create a blockage where it can then back up towards the house. So certainly not ideal, and it can be costly to fix because you have to dig up in the yard to access this line, which can be, several feet below ground. You can see all the buildup on this side of the belly. That's from the water building up and leaving all that grease and soap scum behind and human waste. You can have this line cleaned. I would only recommend hydrojetting it. I don't think cabling it would really do anything. We could hydrojet it and blast out all this buildup, and that would give you a cleaner line where it's less likely for it would clean out the grease where it's going to be less likely for waste to get stuck. I would ask the seller if they've experienced any issues with it. You do have a little belly, but it is on the shorter side. The longer the belly, the more likely it is for waste to get stuck. Splash of water there where it's a little flat. Now we're transitioning to ABS, which is a different type of plastic. This is what's under the slab of the house and inside the house. The issue with ABS is that the glue joints are more likely to crack, which can cause leaks around some of the joints. I didn't do the inspection here, so I don't know if there were any active leaks or corroded fittings, but something to watch out for and be aware of. hammerhead off. We'll give that a minute for the water to catch up. Still haven't seen that water come through. Could be that toilet's draining through a different line that's not passing through this line that I'm in now. Still ABS, no standing water through here. Yeah, I think we were just on this side of the toilet, so we weren't able to see the running water when I was flushing that. So just to recap, you do have a couple of bellies where it's holding some water. Not ideal. Definitely far from the worst ones that I've seen, but certainly not ideal. I would recommend having this line cleaned at a minimum. Having it hydro-jetted so it's nice and clean. I would also recommend the insurance on this line. You can add it to your homeowners oftentimes, or you can get it through HomeServe. It's pretty inexpensive if you get it with HomeServe. And they will help clean the line if it needs to get cleaned. And they'll put $10,000 towards a line if it needs to be dug up or repaired. I'm going to end this recording now.